안녕하세요. 라떼 하나 주세요. 무지방 우유로 해주시고 거품은 많이 넣어주세요. 위에 시나몬도 조금 뿌려주세요. This is a very useful phrase when we're going to a cafe. This is definitely going to happen if you go to the States and you're visiting someplace. You're going to need to explain what you want to drink in English, right? That's why we're going to teach you. Our 한국인 학습자들은 Hello, give me the latte but non-fat milk and put lots of foams and put cinnamon on it, please. And our native speakers Hi, I'd like a latte with non-fat milk, extra foam, and a sprinkle of cinnamon on top, please. Let's talk about the differences. Here, I'd like and give me. 한국어로 하면은 주세요 하잖아요. 주세요. 주시겠어요. But when you translate this, it becomes give. 근데 이거로 give me 하면은 it's rude. It's too direct. 명령같이 들려요. You cannot say this. Instead, I'd like. I'd like. 뭔가 주문할 때 항상 I'd like. Good. I'd like a latte with. If you're ordering something in a cafe, always with. Not but, with. With non-fat milk. With soy milk. With. Good. Non-fat milk, extra foam. Now, here we have a incorrect we have a spelling error. You might think like, Koreans won't make this kind of mistake, but I have seen this lots of times, especially because foam, pom, it sounds like form. So this R often gets put in here. So this is saying, I'm just telling you guys, don't think that it's too easy for you. This kind of mistake happens a lot, and there's no problem with that. But if you make a mistake, then we have to fix it, right? So look at your mistakes, fix them, and then next time we can do it right. So the next one, and put cinnamon on it, please. 이것도 약간 명령스럽게 들려요. Put cinnamon on it, please. Put it on there. Instead, sprinkle. A sprinkle of cinnamon on top, please. 이거 요리할 때 잘 쓰는 표현. Put a sprinkle of salt in the soup. Maybe a mom would say to her husband or their son. A sprinkle of chocolate on top of the cupcake. Let's practice one more time. Hi, I'd like a latte with non-fat milk, extra foam, and a sprinkle of cinnamon on top, please. This is my drink. I really want to go to a cafe right now as we're talking about this. Next. Number 7. 네, 주시고 가시나요? 아니면 보장이신가요? 전문이 물었다. Now, most students who have studied English at all know for here to go, but I did see this with one of my students, so I decided to put it here. Yes, are you eating here or should I pack? 여기는 보장하니까 보장, 여기는 pack으로 얘기했어요. Now, 이럴 때는 무조건 the phrases that we use in English 배워야 돼요. Here, instead of pack, sure. Is that for here to go? The clerk asked. 보장인가요? 여기 드실 건가요? 항상. Is that for here to go? Is that for here or to go? Here. It's to go. So, are you eating here or should I pack? No. pack은 언제 쓰는 걸까요? 여기는 뭔가 침 살 때 잘 쓰는 거예요. 근데 여기는 Is that for here or to go? Sure, is that for here to go? The clerk asked. 포장할게요. 근데 컵 캐리어는 안 주셔도 돼요. I'll pack, but you don't need to give me a carrier. To go, but you don't need to give me a carrier. Now, 여기는 I'll pack 말고 그냥 to go. 그리고 여기도 재미있는 거 있어요, 여러분들. carrier 뭘까요? carrier. 여기는 컵 홀더도 있고, sleeve도 있고, carrier도 있는데 이거 그림으로 알려드릴까요? Now, when we have our cup, 뜨거우니까 뭔가 넣어야 되잖아요. So here, this is called a sleeve. It's hot, so put a sleeve on it. Good. Now, in a car or in a chair, you might have a hole here to put your cup. This is called a cup holder. Cup holder. 근데 스타벅스나 when you go to a cafe, 카페를 가면은 많이 사면은 그런 거 주잖아요. They're paper and they're a box. They look kind of like this. I'm really bad at drawing. Please understand me. Looks like this and our cups go here. This is called a carrier. So you can say, do you need a carrier? No, thanks. You don't need to give me a carrier. Sleeve. Use a sleeve. It's hot. Cup holder. Put your cup in the cup holder so it doesn't spill. Carrier. Can you give me a carrier, please? 아무도 선물 고르기를 못하던 내 기록이 드디어 끝난 것 같아. 드디어. Maybe my record that I can't choose the present well is finally finished. But native speakers, maybe my streak of bad gift giving is finally over. Let's look at our differences. Now here we have record and here we have streak. Here, 기록이 나오잖아요. 뭐 기록, record 이렇게 나올 것 같은데 그것보다는 my streak. Streak is a commonly used word for 뭐 연속되는 거. So I'm having a streak of good luck. Here, using streak 또 캐주얼하고 재미있고 이 상황에서 잘 맞는 표현입니다. Now, maybe my streak of bad gift giving. This came out in our title. Here, that I can't choose the present well. 이거 번역하다 보니까 이거 한국말로 보니까 약간 너무 딱딱딱딱딱딱 이런 설명식 하는 느낌이 나요. 근데 이거 말고 이런 표현은 bad gift giving. 그래서 여러분들 그래서 이렇게 비교하면서 배우면 훨씬 재밌고 you can learn about these kind of phrases. Don't think that you can do it. Learn about these things so you can make it even more like a native. And one more. Finally finished and finally over. I'm going to give you a couple examples and I want you to see if you can feel the difference. The storm is finally over. I finally finished the project. The storm is finally over. It means something like some kind of event that you had a hard time is done and we feel a sense of relief. It's over. But finished is usually used when we completed something like a project or some kind of work. This is a sense of achievement. All those things, those times when I bought those gifts and people didn't like them, maybe it's finally over. 이런 상황에서는 약간 finished, complete 이런 느낌이 잘 맞지는 않아요. Okay, one more time. Maybe my streak of bad gift giving is finally over. 이건 축하해야 할 일이야. This is something that we should celebrate. This is actually totally fine. It just comes off a little bit like it's been translated. Instead, we can make it shorter. And this is a great phrase to use because it comes out a lot in speaking. This calls for a celebration. Now, this phrase you can use almost any time when you want to celebrate something. You got the job? This calls for a celebration. Oh, you got a puppy? This calls for a celebration. 여러분들, 우리는 이렇게 만났으니까 강의로 만날 수 있어서 너무 행복하고 감사하죠? 저는 그래요. So, this calls for a celebration. 난 너무 춥지만 않다면 어디든 괜찮아. 제주도는 어때? 지금 좋은 할인 행사가 진행 중이야. 라며 남편이 제안했다. Now, let's look at the first part. It's okay for me to go anywhere if it's not too cold. How about Jeju? I'm up for anything as long as it's not too cold. How about Jeju Island? Now, let's talk about the difference. Here, if이랑 as long as 어떻게 다를까요? If is a little bit more direct and as long as 조금 더 부드럽고 푹신푹신한 표현이에요. 예를 들면, you inviting your friend to the party. and you say, hey, do you want to come? Your friend says, I'll go if you're there. 약간, okay, so she won't go if I'm not there? Okay, 이렇게 들린 거고, I'll go as long as you're going. 이렇게 부드럽게 들리고, of course I'll go. 이렇게 대답 나올 거예요. So as long as is a little bit softer and better for speaking in most situations. Now, here, it's okay for me to go anywhere. 문법적으로 괜찮지만 너무 깁니다. 약간 불필요하게 깁니다. So, instead, we have this great phrase. 와, I'm up for anything. I'm up for anything. 이거 진짜 유용하고 잘 쓸 수 있는 표현이니까 외워두세요. Now, as long as it's not too cold. How about Jeju Island? 그걸 또 들으면서 밤을 보내는 거 도저히 못 견디겠어. 제발 뭔가 좀 해봐. 아무거나. Please. Now, our Korean learners say, I can't endure hearing that sound again and again tonight. Do something. Please. Anything. And our native speakers say, I can't handle another night listening to that. Please, just do something. Anything. 견디다 나오면은 endure 자주 나옵니다. I can't endure hearing that sound. Now, handle. 여기는 또 잘 어울립니다. I can't handle it. This is kind of, endure is more like 견디다. If you're going through something difficult and, I have to endure. I can endure. But handle is more psychological. You're a mom. You have 3 or 4 kids. They're all crying and you have to make dinner and, something else is going on. The phone is ringing. You're just like, bang. You can say, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. This is kind of a psychological feeling. I can't handle it. Please, just do something. Anything. Now, do something, please. Anything. Versus, please, just do something. Anything. Do something 먼저 나오니까 약간 더 명령처럼 들려요. Do something, please. Anything. 문법 틀리진 않았는데 명령처럼 들으니까 약간 바꾸면 please. 이거 약간 부탁처럼 들려요. Please, just do something. Anything. 간절히 I'm begging you, please. 이렇게 얘기하면 느낄 수 있어요. 이렇게 얘기하면 약간 명령처럼 들으니까 do something, anything. 약간 화난 느낌으로 들려요. Now, 마지막. Again and again. 계속 나오는 거 보니까 again and again Korean learners can say, but 굳이 안 넣어도 돼요. 왜냐면 we already said constant repetitive sound like that. So here we don't really need that. It's a little bit unnecessary. So one more time, let's go all the way through. I can't handle another night listening to that. Please, just do something. Anything. 찾으시는 거 도와드릴까요? 라고 직원이 나에게 물어봤다. Our Korean learners say, Can I help you find something? A clerk asked me. Now, most of the time Korean learners say this. Can I help you find something? Or Can I help you? 이거는 문제 없는데 약간 조금 더 존중스럽게 얘기하려면 어떻게 얘기하면 될까요? Would you like any help finding something? A clerk asked me. So here, can I help you? And would you like any help? 어떻게 달랐어요? Can I help you is a little bit less polite than would you like any help finding something? So when you go to a store, you will probably hear, oh, hello. Would you like any help finding something? Number 4. 사촌 결혼식에서 입을 드레스를 찾고 있어요. Now, our Korean learners say, I'm looking for a dress to wear to my cousin's wedding. Here we have to wear to, but a more natural way to say this would be, I'm looking for a dress for my cousin's wedding. 우리 한국인 학습자들은 use to 부정사 very well. for 뭐뭘 위해서. But here, if we say to, where to, 약간 길고 약간 딱딱하게 들려요. So instead, we can use 전지사 for noun, to make it a little bit 깔끔하고, a little bit shorter and cleaner. So let's read it together. I'm looking for a dress for my cousin's wedding. Another example would be, I'm writing a letter to give to my mom. Instead, how can we say it? I'm writing a letter for my mom. 훨씬 더 자연스럽게 들리죠? I'm writing a letter for my mom. I'm looking for a dress for my cousin's wedding. So, next time you use to 부정사, try using for instead. Next, number 5. 어떤 종류의 드레스를 생각하고 계세요? 직원이 다시 물었다. Now, here, 어떤 종류의 하면은 대부분 이렇게 나와요. What kind of dress are you thinking about? 이거는 원어민들이 이렇게 보통 안 써요. Here, what kind of dress do you have in mind? Do you have in mind? 그러면은 are you thinking about and do you have in mind 어떻게 다를까요? Now, are you thinking about 틀리진 않았지만 약간 이런 상황에서 어색해요. Let's say your friend is sitting down and they're just like 뭐 무슨 생각하고 있는지 궁금하잖아요. 이럴 때는 what are you thinking about? is totally okay. But 이럴 때는 do you have in mind? 더 자연스러워요. Okay? Like if you go to a ice cream shop. Oh, what flavor do you have in mind? Or I want to go out to eat tonight. Okay. What restaurant do you have in mind? 이럴 때는 do you have in mind? 훨씬 더 자연스럽게 쓸 수 있습니다. Thinking about 보다. Alright? So, one more time. What kind of dress do you have in mind? She asked again. Number 6. 단순하고 편하지만 우아하기도 한 곳이요. 내가 말했다. 단순하고 편하지만 우아하기도 하는 곳이요. Now, our Korean learners usually think, okay, 단순한 거, 편한 거, 우아한 거. 그러면은 어떻게 나와요? A simple and comfortable one. But also it has to be elegant. 이렇게 따로 약간 직역적으로 하는 경향이 있어요. But our native speakers say something simple and comfortable but also elegant. 그러면 고 하지 말고 그냥 한 번에 something simple and comfortable but also elegant. 이거 but로 연결되니까 굳이 it also has to be 안 넣어도 돼요. Then but also 충분해요. And 우아하다. Elegant. Elegant. Let's say you're going to buy shoes and you want something that's comfortable but also looks good. The person in the store says, what kind of shoes do you have in mind? You say, something comfortable but also that looks good. This is perfect situation to use this kind of phrase. 결국 서로 언성이 높아졌고 우리 둘 다 기분이 상했다. Finally, we shouted at each other and both of us got hurt. 근데 원어민은 in the end, we ended up raising our voices at each other, which left both of us feeling upset. Let's compare. Finally, we shouted at each other and both of us got hurt. Here, finally, and in the end. We talked about this in class 8. Finally means 기다림 끝에. 뭔가 when you feel a sense of relief or even annoyance. 근데 이 상황에서 안 맞는 표현입니다. Instead, we can use in the end. After a decision-making process or some long process that happened, when we're in a reflective tone, we can say in the end. So, finally 말고 in the end, 여기도 자연스러워요. Then, shouted. We ended up raising our voices. Here, can you feel the difference? Shouted is very strong. Like this. Very loud and angry. But 우리는 그만큼 화나지 않았으니까 약간 목소리를 높아졌으니까 raise our voices. We raised our voices. 이거 더 자연스러워요. 그리고 마지막 both of us got hurt, which left both of us feeling upset. 여기는 진짜 자주 들리는 실수입니다. 보통 아프다 하면은 hurt 자주 들립니다. 근데 hurt is for like 신체적인 physical pain. Like, I hurt my arm or my leg got hurt yesterday. Instead, left both of us feeling upset. 뭔가 기분이 상했다. 이런 표현이 더 적절해요. 자연스럽고 good for speaking. Now, upset is hard for Korean learners to use because usually they study it as 화난. But 화난 is not exactly upset. Upset is a little bit weaker. So, therefore, it's well used in spoken English. 예를 들면, your friend is sitting there. You might say, why are you upset? What's wrong? You wouldn't say, why are you angry? Because why are you angry is more like, why are you angry? Okay? Now, you might hear one phrase. It's, you hurt my feelings. 이거는 잘 쓰는데 이거 어리석인 표현이니까 don't use this. 안 쓰는 게 나아요. It's for kids. You hurt my feelings. You should say sorry. 이렇게. Okay? Let's read one more time together. In the end, we ended up raising our voices at each other, which left both of us feeling upset. 우리 둘 다 운동이 필요하다는 데는 동의했지만 필라테스는 우리한테 안 맞는 것 같아. 필라테스는 안 맞는 것 같은데 우리 한국인들이 we both agreed that we need exercising, but Pilates doesn't suit us. 이것도 아주 재미있는 부분이에요. 원어민들이 we both agreed that exercising makes sense, but maybe Pilates isn't the right fit for us. I've seen advanced learners use make sense for 말이 돼. Like, doesn't make sense? 이렇게 잘 써요. 근데 빌려하드는 쓸 수 있을까요? 거의는 못 쓸 거예요. 근데 여기는 나와요. We both agreed that exercising makes sense. 예를 들면, my husband and I are going to buy a new car soon, but because of insurance, it makes sense for us to wait until next year. 여기는 이렇게 make sense 자연스럽게 쓸 수 있습니다. Doesn't suit us 뭐였죠? 뭔가 안 맞는 것 같아. Now, when I teach Koreans, usually when 안 맞는 것 같아 comes out, doesn't suit or it suits me comes out. But here, 특히 speaking 할 때 자연스럽게 하려면 isn't the right fit for us 훨씬 더 잘 쓸 수 있을 겁니다. For example, this class isn't the right fit for us. 근데 여러분들, this class is the right fit for you, right? Now, sentence number 7. 이번 달까지 마저 하고 그 다음에 새로운 걸 시도해 보려고 한다. Now, when our Korean speakers say 이번 달까지 마저 하고 this phrase comes out a lot. We will continue until the end of this month and then try something new. Continue until the end. But our native speakers say, we're going to finish out the month and then try something new. Here, continue until the end 틀리는 거 아니지만 뭔가 어색하게 들립니다. Instead, finish out. It means 뭔가 끝까지 가는 거. This 훨씬 더 자연스럽고 회화체에서 더 잘 쓸 겁니다. We're going to finish out the month and then try something new. For example, the team continued playing until the end 보다는 the team finished out the game strong. 훨씬 더 자연스럽습니다. 너랑 다르게 난 매운 음식을 전혀 못 먹어 라고 말했다. I strongly said, I'm different from you, so I can't eat spicy food at all. But our native speaker said, unlike you, I have zero tolerance for spicy food, I told her. 같이 비교해봅시다. I strongly said, I'm different from you, so I can't eat spicy food at all. Here, strongly said 말고, I told her. 그녀에게 말했다. I told her. I'm different from you. Now, this is a little bit strong because it's very direct. If we say, I'm different from you, it means 난 너와 달라. 이제는 끝이다. You don't really want to say it like this, right? So, we can just say, unlike you. 이거 조금 더 캐주얼하고 가볍고 좋은 표현이에요. Unlike you. Unlike my dad, I'm a teacher. Unlike my mom, I'm pretty tall. And the second one, I can't eat spicy food at all. 이거는 약간 그대로 직역한 해석한 느낌이에요. I can't eat spicy food at all. But if we want to be a little more like a native, we can use this phrase, have zero tolerance for. This means I can't do it. I have zero tolerance for spicy food. I have zero tolerance for spicy food. Then one more time, all the way through. Unlike you, I have zero tolerance for spicy food, I told her. Now, number 4. 한 입만! 이거 먹는다고 죽진 않아. So our Korean learner said, just one bite. You will not die if you eat this. But our native speakers say, hey, just one bite. It won't kill you. 여기는 you will not die if you eat this. 그대로 너는 이거 먹으면 죽지는 않을 겁니다. Like this. But if we want to make it a little more fun and humorous, we can say, hey, it won't kill you. Just one bite. It won't kill you. These days, I have to wake up really early. So if I complain to someone, they can say to me, hey, waking up early won't kill you. Great. Next, number 5. 결국 나는 굴복하고 한 입 먹었다. 그리고 즉시 후회했다. Our Korean learners say, finally I gave up and ate one bite. And I immediately regretted it. But our native speakers say, so I caved and took one bite, instantly regretting it. Now, let's look at the differences. Finally, 이거 기다림이 끝에 뭔가 나왔으니까 finally 이랑 I gave up 잘 안 맞아요. 어색해요. 그럼 여기는 let's get rid of finally. I gave up and ate one bite. 여기는 gave up 뭐죠? 포기하다. But here 좀 더 많은 표현은 굴복하다. I caved. I caved. Caved. 와. Now, imagine you're in a cave. 여기 동굴이에요. Cave. And you think one way. You say, I don't want to do this. But boom, boom. Your friends say, do it. Do it. Hey, eat it. Try it. Do it. boom. 그럼 어떻게 될 거예요? 이거는 다 무너지고 결국엔 굴복하고 cave. I caved in. 그럼 여기는 cave이랑 cave in 둘 다 되지만 cave는 조금 더 캐주얼한 표현이에요. cave in are both okay, but cave is a little more casual than cave in. So I caved and took one bite. Now, ate one bite 어색하고 take one bite 쓰셔야 됩니다. Here, take a bite. Are you ready? Take a bite. Hey, that looks really good. Can I take a bite of that? And here, instantly regretting it. Now, instantly랑 immediately 둘 다 좋은 표현이에요. 근데 조금 다르긴 해요. Immediately can be formal or informal, and it's usually good for both written and spoken English. But here, instantly 조금 더 드라마틱한 표현이에요. Instantly regretting it. 뭐 스토리텔링 할 때 아니면 내 마음을 설명할 때 instantly 좀 더 맞을 수 있어요. Instantly regretting it. But in this case, she immediately called her boss after the meeting. 여기는 instantly 좀 어색해요. Instead, she instantly started crying when she saw the picture. Like this. dramatic하고 스토리텔링 할 때 instantly 좋습니다. Usually quickly or briefly, and this is neutral tone. So it can be formal and it can be informal. Now, I hear a lot of mistakes with favorite because it's a really common word that almost all English students know,